A quote by W.B. Yeats. This is the poem which we'll further see in the line wise explanation. William Butler Yeats' A Quote is a pivotal poem where he uses the metaphor of a richly embroidered coat to represent his early myth filled poetry, lamenting how imitators stole and misused it, leading to his defiant decision to embrace a simpler, naked style for authentic artistic freedom, marking a significant shift in his poetic voice from ornate myth to stark reality. Line by line explanation. I made my song a quote. The speaker created his poetry, his song, as something wearable like a coat, rich with imagery and tradition. Covered with embroideries, this coat is not plain. It's elaborately decorated, featuring detailed patterns and designs. Out of old mythologies, the decorations come from ancient stories, folklore, and legends, Irish mythology, Celtic tales that Yeats drew upon. From heel to throat, the mythological embroidery covers the entire garment from bottom to top, signifying the depth and all encompassing nature of these traditional sources in his work. But the fools caught it. Fools, likely other poets, critics, or politicians, took his poetic creation, seizing it for themselves, wore it in the world's eyes. These people displayed the quote, his poetry, publicly presenting it as their own work, as though they wrote it. They pretended they had created the beautiful decorated garment despite having done no work on it. Song let them take it. Addressing his poetry directly, Yeats says he doesn't mind them having it, he gives it up. For there is more enterprise, there is greater adventure, risk, and creative potential in walking naked, casting off the old myths and adornments, embracing a bare, honest, vulnerable, and truly independent artistic path rather than relying on borrowed tradition. Overall theme. The poem shifts from a lament about plagiarism of his poetic style to a defiant declaration of artistic freedom, advocating for authenticity over ornate tradition. The moral of Yeats' a quote is that artistic authenticity and freedom come from stripping away ornate borrowed tradition, even if it means appearing naked, because embellishment often leads to misinterpretation and imitation. True strength lies in raw personal truth rather than complex stolen finery, a lesson in embracing simplicity over superficiality. The poem celebrates casting off the heavy traditional code of old myths to find liberation in a direct, adorned voice, even if others misuse the old style. So, this is the end of the video. Hope you all understood the poem. Please stay tuned for getting further more knowledge in English literature and thank you for watching.